going to be an emotional night, especially from their point of view? What do you make of it afterwards?
Yeah, anytime these two teams play, there's a level of physicality that's at a high level, and then it's a challenge for the referees about what they call and what level of physicality becomes a flop or what's not. And so there's a number of things that we'll go back and look at and see was the contact warranted and stuff like that. But yeah, it's the refereeing side of it. We weren't good enough offensively tonight. I thought they certainly the first half they sped us up with some of their disruption up the court, and we weren't quite good enough to either take them for layup, free throws, or wide open threes. And that kind of resulted in us shooting at a pretty low percentage for the whole game. I thought it got a little bit better in the second half, created better shots, but yeah, just couldn't complete plays tonight. Couldn't finish at the foul line, couldn't finish at the 3-point line. Some easy layups that I thought we had coming down the stretch as well. So we just weren't good enough offensively tonight. I thought defensively it was a pretty solid night.
The physicality was there last Thursday as well, but it did seem to go up another level. And that's no surprise. I'm sure you were expecting it. But without going back to watch it, did your immediate reaction that it might have been a little bit too much tonight?
I don't know. It's what they allow, and and again, do people fall over, or is it warranted? I think good physical contest between two good teams is what people want to see. But yeah, I'm not going to comment on it too much more. You can't say it's too much or over the top or anything. We've got two teams that want to win, and we're going to use our bodies, hopefully in a legal manner.
Do you learn a lot from it as well? I mean, sometimes a loss early in the season gives you some learning points. Do you feel like this might be one of those?
Oh, you learn. Hopefully, you learn from every loss. And we've been trying to learn from our first two games in areas that we can get better. And I thought we have taken those learnings. We probably haven't. This is probably the most disruption that we've seen and how we handled it. And I thought we scored a little bit better in Perth against their disruption. And just got into more offense where we had good spacing. We knew how to kind of manipulate their on-ball coverage, and we just probably didn't get enough moments of that tonight. We just tried to probably play a little bit too fast and dribble the basketball a little bit too much. Where I thought we used passing a lot more in the game in Perth.
This was a tricky night in terms of you having to, I guess, deal with what they were celebrating pre-game as well. And unfortunately, it's not the first time you've had to go through that. How did you handle that pre-match? Did you try your best to avoid what was going on?
Yeah, I certainly didn't see any of it. I was still in the locker room, so probably a good question for Delly. But we treated the game like any other game. We know home openers for teams in the league have a pretty high percentage of wins, and so we were happy to get a win the other night against Southeast, who I don't think had lost a home opener ever. But yeah, the percentages of home openers, and then you add a championship celebration to it as well. It's always going to be a tough win, but yeah, we didn't have to be too much better to go and sneak one tonight.
Delly, it did feel a little bit cruel that you had to play them on their first home game this season. Were you able to block out what they were celebrating pre-game?
Yeah, we were just focused on what we had to do, so it was normal warm-up for us.
Very physical game. You were in the middle of all of that, and I mean, you like playing physically, obviously, but how did you find the game out there tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was going to be a physical game coming in, so we just have to be ready for that. And then I think, just being a bit cleaner with some of our offensive execution. I mean, we held them to 81, 4 for 18 from 3. They score 81, 17 points off free throws. So defensively, there's some things we can definitely clean up, but, we held them to enough where if we execute a bit better offensively, we could have snuck a win.
Yeah, I think that's what Dean was pointing at as well. I think defensively you were pretty strong, and maybe it was just one of those nights where your shots just went falling. Is that kind of how it felt out there?
No, I think we had some good looks, but I think we got to execute a lot better, and you know, a lot of that's on me to just keep us organised. So you know, we'll watch the game tape, and I think we'll be a lot better out of this one.
Both teams struggled from the foul line for whatever reason. Any idea why?
No, it's an interesting one. Don't know.
3 games into the season now, Delly, and sort of a week and a half into it. Now you head back to Perth next week. Are you feeling pretty good about what you're seeing 2 weeks in?
I mean, you never feel good immediately after a loss, and I think you know that we've done some good things through the first 3 games, but there's so much we can do better. So I think that's the exciting thing, is that there's so much we can improve on both ends of the floor, and you know, we have guys that want to get better. So you know, we'll watch the game tape. Coaches will come in with a good game plan, and we'll be a lot better coming out of this one.
Is Ian okay, Dean? He was able to come back on, but it looked like he might have taken a bit of a knock to his knee.
Yeah, you know, I think in the first half he took a little knock to his head, a little knock to the knee in the second half. So yeah, he got some physicality. He took some hits tonight, but yeah, bounces up and was ready to go again. So sure he'll be fine.
Big night from Jack White. You must have liked a lot of what he did, especially battling down low.
Yeah, you know, we played some small ball tonight where he had to, you know, deal with Magnay as well. But yeah, the push of the basketball, the attack on the paint, and we needed a couple of threes. He was right there making those as well. Competed on every board. You know, some of them he tipped out, some of them he got. But yeah, he was exceptional. Yeah. You know, Magnay was good tonight. Magnay did a lot of good things as well. So, you know, it was a good battle in the paint.
You head back to Perth now next week. What are your early thoughts on another pretty significant challenge next Friday?
Yeah, you know, we played well there in the Hoop Fest, and so we have, you know, we've enjoyed playing on that court, and I think, you know, we had some, you know, illness go through the group in the first week. I think we're getting over that one. You know, we'll go over there as healthy as we've been, and yeah, clean up some things, and yeah, look forward to the battle of, you know, playing against the Wildcats.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.